The Tuatha are on the run. Good work. Plus, it's much more pleasant here without Gadflow bellowing at me from all corners. But enough pleasantry. Are you prepared for your reunion with Ventrinio? The notes we got from Octien say that you were employed as Ventrinio's assistant in his secret laboratory. You were with him in Alabastra when you died, but the notes weren't clear on what happened. I'm sure the two of you have so much catching up to do. Very forthright of you. I'm sure he'll be very reasonable. He probably won't even ask why you're back from the dead. Just make sure he lives long enough to get us into Alabastra, and you can count on my help. Sidon's band of merciless Fae with lifetimes of training and everything to fight for? Yes, I think they'll be quite useful allies indeed. I've heard tales of his work, half trickster, half spirit of vengeance. Danistar is almost perfectly defended. Ventrinio could keep an army off of its shores. Good thing we found another way there. He's a worm, but a useful one. Octien took quite a risk setting him up in Cluracan. Must have made a lot of deals to keep him safely hidden away. Of course! This is bound to be informative. I'm just disappointed I never had a chance to see the original Well of Souls. Secret Fae paths through elemental darkness? Magic like that should be closely guarded. Imagine how powerful it could be. Believe it or not, the House of Sorrows is the most welcoming of the Unseelie houses. Then again, a viper nest is friendlier than the houses of pride and vengeance. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you.
Make it quick.
I hope you're ready for this. I believe our new friend has a This island smells like death. Stay behind me. Whatever that gnome's been up to, it looks like he's made a... We can all be glad you didn't turn out like... One step closer. Just as Hughes thought, Ventrinio used the same wards from their old lab. This'll be quick. Follow me and be careful. The Laz are coming from somewhere in here.
The energy from the Well of Souls is overwhelming. Damn it! What's wrong? And why are there so many Laz?
Sounds like our rat is caught in a trap. I'm sure he'd be happy to help whoever saves him. or we'll get trapped up there too. Here's where we part ways. I'll stop the lads at the stairwell. You get upstairs and retrieve Ventrinio. Shouldn't be hard to find him. Keep moving up and follow the cowardly shrieking. I'll hold this staircase. Move!
A new source of power? What sort of nonsense is this? If anything had come in here, my detection spells would have... Wait. Who's down there? Show yourself! Damn it all! I don't care who you are. Get up here! Must be the key to stabilizing the well. What I get for using all those soldiers. I never should have let them keep their swords. When you get up here, try not to look directly into the well. It can be a little upsetting. Before the whole well starts to collapse. Took your time, gods damn it! Ever since the Balor was defeated, the Chaos magic sent the well off its alignment. You show up, and now the Laz are... Wait. What? It's you. You're alive. But I saw you die. I'm Ventrinio, of course. Don't you remember me? You were my assistant here at the Well of Souls. You were going to help me change the world. But of course, that was before you died. It was terrible. You were the best assistant I ever had. Who else could have helped me get into Alabastra? Who else had that ambition? We got more than enough Prismere, but you wanted to track down the power source, even if it meant sneaking right onto Gadflow's nose. I spent days trying to recover your body, but I never expected to find you alive, or for you to return. Speaking of which, how did you return anyway? Of course you did. You went there to steal Prismere to power the well, and you wanted to go after the source of the Prismere itself. You went off, geared for war, sneaking into Baal itself. You damned fool! I had a better chance of bringing you back from the dead than I had of changing your mind. But I wasn't able to do either. What? That's impossible. You were attuned at this well. You've never even set foot in his lab. Pah! Hughes is a joke. He doesn't have the stomach for this work. Don't try waking the dead if you're not ready to make a few corpses, I say. But the well is coming down around us. Quick! I've got to slow the energy and shut this thing down. And don't... Oh, damn it all. Here they come. Hold them off. The Laz are here. Hold them off while I try to stop the flow of energy to the well. Ignore the rumbling. Focus on the Laz. Careful! That is very delicate. Anything we can salvage? Even a piece? All my work gone. Damn it all! But at least we're still alive. Once again, I triumph over death itself. Going back into Alabastra. Well, I still have a way in, but it's more dangerous now than the last time we went. I'll need more Prismere if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose I owe you something for saving my life. Perhaps this talisman can help you. It's a little something I salvaged from the debris. It might just help against whatever killed you the first time. We got in with a little help, of course. See, it's all because of Callus Dren, the defender of pride. In his house, no one can stand before him. None can even approach, unless you have my little secret. Patience, patience. You'll have it soon enough. I'm going to have to dig it out of the rubble of the tower. Go to the field of Huber, and I'll meet you there. And if you value your life, do not approach Dren. I know the type. Lucky youth, peaked early, then crawled into a bottle and waited to die. I'm impressed you dragged him away from that bottle, but I wouldn't expect him to do any heavy thinking. You mean your deadly little shadow? I know her type. All smiles now, but it's just so she can get close enough to stick her knives in you. After an unfortunate incident with the Templars, Octian decided to move my work someplace a little further from the public eye. We both felt that an island in another land behind the front lines of a war might just be far enough from prying eyes. Dren, defender of pride. One of twin defenders, quite powerful in their homes. But did you know they were also entirely immune to each other's powers? And it seems the defender of valor quite disappeared when her house fell. Imagine how useful she would have been if she were here today. Simple bone soldiers, easy enough for any decent mage to build and animate. They're not really alive any more than a puppet is. The Well of Souls is a noble project. Yes, sacrifices have been made. Laws have been broken. People have died. And they will continue to die. Don't you see? That's exactly what I'm trying to prevent. How many have died in this war? Thousands. The bodies are shoulder deep in the battlefields, but for trying to cure it, they call me a monster? You don't remember it? Well, why dredge up the past? After all, you're fine now, aren't you? You're not the type to hold a grudge, right? Okay. We were in Alabastra getting Prismere. I never thought it'd be dangerous. At least not very. Oh, don't give me that look. Accidents happen, and you can't make an omelette without leaving a few corpses. I didn't know anything about you before you worked for me. Octian hired you and told me you were a resourceful assistant. That's all I know. You didn't like talking about yourself. Actually, you didn't like much of anything. Honestly, you were a terror to be around. But you've changed. I can tell. Before you died, you would never have been this diplomatic. You probably would have knifed me for answers by now. Oh, speaking of which, you left this in your room before you died. Take it, take it. Just go to the Field of Huber and wait for me. I'll meet you down there once I can find this damned essence. Get going.
I'll keep
And
an eye on the
remember,
gnome.
don't go near Dren until I get there.
What do you need? I'll be here.
You there. You must help me. There isn't much time. I'm the last one. The others may still be alive. My name is Finn, General Finn of Tilera's army. My men and I were part of a unit called the Ariod that pushed into Cluricon, clearing the way for the enlisted swords. We were securing the dungeons of Castle Ancilla when it happened. A band of Tuatha marched in and claimed the keep as a defensive position. We got caught in the middle. I tried to get us out, but we were surrounded, trapped. That fool Private Gottlieb shoved me down the refuse pipe. It's how I broke my leg. That's all I remember. I'm not entirely sure. Things happened fast. But it appears that the Tuatha are planning to form a hasty defense here to fight our progress in the Kaled coast. If they can keep us occupied here, it will give them time to prepare a strong counterattack in the south, near Moondown Hill, and deep into central Alabastra. You're a brave soul. Warriors like you must have made the difference in Melsenshir. I wasn't there, but I heard it was quite the battle. The gates to Ancilla are chained and defended, but you can slip in undetected through the refuse pipe. You won't enjoy it, but it's a direct route. Find Private Gottlieb. I have a feeling he's the last one alive. I still hope, but I have no illusions about what you'll find. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. An ancient ruin, once home to the great Alfar royals of House Ancilla, but any honor it once housed has been tarnished by the Tuatha inside. Their cruelty is inspired. My parents were wealthy merchants in Rathir, people who did not appreciate the ease in which they had found themselves. I wanted to do better. I wanted to serve. For years I fought against the Tuatha and their corrupt, maddening ways. We had them at first, I know we did. But then something changed. They became unstoppable. The estate of Lady Clary Ancilla once stretched all the way from the Caelid coast north to Cursewood. But that was before the Gastiers invaded and built their own keep. That is a long story, and both those families fell into ruin with the arrival of the Bulgan. You may have met Captain Drune Ancilla. He is the last living heir to the keep. He can have it. My men and I were handpicked by General Tilera to infiltrate the Tuatha lines at Mel Senshir and sow confusion in the ranks. Ancilla was the key to the Caelid coast, a fortress overlooking the House of Pride and the passage into Alabastra. That's where our mission ended in disaster. You can slip past the castle's defenses by climbing in through the refuse pipe. I can tell you from experience that it's not a pleasant journey. I have faith in you.
Greetings, mortal. What brings you to Ancilla? Torture? Imprisonment? Madness? I have been waiting many seasons for the return of my friend and master, Lord Ancilla. Do you know of his whereabouts? Is he well? I've been here for nearly a season. What would seem like ages to one such as you. I was the alchemist for House Ancilla. You may call me Connie. The Tuatha imprisoned many of the servants and advisors when they invaded 10 years ago. Most of them perished of starvation or disease, poor souls. I am all that is left. These were safe lands before Gadflow and the Tuatha. Safe for Fae, at least. We could wander as we wished. Now there is evil under every canopy. I never cared for the telling, and found myself listless and wandering under the canopy of the stars and the forest green. I have no role, no place in any ballad. Lord Ancilla found me in his herb garden one day. I was laughing at the jokes the blossoms told, and he liked me, let me stay and tend the flowers.
The mortal Lord Ancilla was good to me, kind. He is the only dustling that has ever taken a true interest in my telling. That is why I served him then, as I do now.
Goodbye.
Hello? Who are you? And what brings you to this stale hell? Damn that man. I knew that shoving him down that pipe wouldn't be enough. So, you're here to rescue our sorry hides. Sounds like we've got our new orders. But we can't leave. Tigneri, the madman who lords over this castle, he will not back down when the Alpha come. He will stay, and he will take many lives. We must kill him now. Otherwise, many of our brothers and sisters in the approaching army will fall prey to his soul-bind curse. We'll need to get into the throne room, and the only way to do that is to raise the portcullis. Once we find the lever, we're in. Let's go. You do good work. That's it then. Tigneri won't be marching all over the Alpha anymore, will he? Uh-oh. You don't look so well, my friend. I'm afraid Tigneri has gone and touched you with the spellbind. A little gift to remember him by. Not to worry. There's bound to be an antidote in the laboratory below. Come along, we shall find it. Chin up. I'd imagine it's hidden somewhere in Tigneri's laboratory, down in the deeper dungeons. Let's check there first. Ready?